Oh, 2025. So much has happened. It's been like, what, 3 weeks since we've been on?
I know.
There's lots to talk about, lots to do. 2026 is here. We'll be
Happy
back
New
right
Year.
after this. I had chicken and waffles in New Orleans.
Good for you.
In New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's good. You had a good trip?
Waffles, I'd eat
We
that
had a
right
really
now.
good trip. It was a lot
morning,
of fun.
Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Happy New
Morning,
Year.
Beth.
So I just got to get this out there, but I'd been in New Orleans several times, never gone to the World War II Museum. Should have gone.
Yeah.
We went this year, spent 2 days there.
Okay.
That's amazing.
We were actually in New Orleans for 3 days. We spent 2 of them in the World War II Museum. It was so good.
Give me your food in
That's
your
cool.
museum.
Well, that shows what I know. I didn't even know there was a World War II. I can't even say it.
World War
Museum.
II.
World War II.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's I didn't either. It's the National World War II Museum is how it's billed. And, I'm on TripAdvisor, what do we got to do? I said, there's a National World War II Museum. We actually saw it when we drove into the hotel. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that'd be fun. TripAdvisor says a couple hours. I'm like, okay, great. No problem. We'll just go see what's up there.
You needed a couple days there.
Oh, no. 2 days. We spent 2 full
Wow.
days there. We didn't get out of there. They've got 7 different buildings that are there. In the first building you come in is a D-Day exhibit.
Oh,
It's
wow.
all about D-Day.
Wow.
We spent easily 3 hours there just in the D-Day exhibit. And then there's another exhibit about the European theater, another exhibit about the Pacific theater. And what I really liked about this more than anything else was they actually gave decent attention to what happened in Africa. Because nobody knows. I mean,
That's
you don't
not
really think
something
about it.
they
It's like,
talked
My
we know about
grandfather
D-Day.
he was in the Navy. He was on a boat off the coast of Africa.
Yeah, well, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, they had
Yeah.
some good little fights down there.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of understands a little bit about what happened in the Pacific, sort of. It's so weird because all the islands. You're like, I don't know where Iwo Jima is.
Yeah. No, Africa was a big part of it.
Big part of it. And then of course
The tank battles were
tank
pretty
battle,
intense,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was the thing. Rommel and all of them.
Yeah.
down there. So, no, really great. No, the food was great. Music was good. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun little trip.
Yeah.
That's good to
10-hour
know.
drive down, 10-hour drive back. Nothing but a thing.
Nice.
Nothing but a thing.
Get stopped in Memphis and get some barbecue.
So in March, I'm going to be in Charleston, South Carolina
I
for a
love
couple
it.
days.
Went there last year.
And
Such a
so
nice-
because of flights, it was like save $200 by going a day early.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well,
Done.
that takes care of the lodging and rental car. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to spend an extra day. So I'm gonna do Fort Sumter. which
Yeah,
I've never done.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
like it.
So
it's good.
I hear you
Take
take a boat or a
you take
ferry ride.
ferry.
Yeah.
And what's kind of a bummer about that? They're like, okay, here you are.
You got an hour.
The
Go.
ferry's leaving in an hour.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Come on.
I had a feeling it was going to be that way for me. Like, oh, I gotta look quick.
You gotta
The,
look quick.
What is it called? The Provost, maybe? There is a museum there where they had one of the dungeons. And
Okay.
it's right in that same general area.
Okay, right there
And
in the port.
Right in there in the port area. Yeah, not far from it. And I think it's called the Provost. And, like, they have one of the I think it's one of the copies of the Constitution or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I should know that off the top of my head, but the dungeon story is very interesting.
All that to say, you said you didn't have enough time. I thought I've given myself one day just to kind of look around the city,
Yeah.
and
It's
I know it's not going to be
magical
enough.
Place.
Yeah,
It's and the food is ridiculous.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna want to try all the food.
Seafood's great.
Yeah,
Sea
absolutely.
crab
Yes.
stew. Yeah, she'll want to get some of that. But
All right.
there's golly, I'll have to look back and figure this out for you. But there's a little. It looks divey, and it is divey.
I love those. I love a diving place.
But it was good. I can't, man. I'll have to look back
Yeah.
and hear all the names. But there's this little beach that's down there where you can go, and there's a boardwalk. And
Foley Beach.
Who?
Foley
Foley?
Beach is like 25 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Its own place.
All right.
Yeah.
No, this was closer. We stayed on James Island.
Okay.
We were there, and so I think this is around there. But you go down this beach, but on the way to it or back, like not in where all it's a very touristy area. There's a lot of bars and souvenir shops down there by this beach boardwalk. I'll look back on my Facebook feed and figure out what it is. But there's a little divey restaurant kind of on the way there. There's like nothing else around it. That's
stuff.
It was the best food.
fried sea. If you want the fried seafood, this is not
amazing.
this is not your elevated dining experience.
Okay.
Officially hungry now.
It
Yeah.
was.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you go there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's exciting. That's a good place to have an extra day for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm leaving Wednesday to go to Hollywood.
Oh,
Not as nice as Charleston. I've been
No.
there. I've been there.
I've never been to California before. I was going to go in December.
You've
Never
never been to.
California?
no, I've never been to California.
When you said the other day you'd never been, I thought you meant never
California.
been to Hollywood. You've never been to Cali.
I've never been to California. I've never been west, other than going to Hawaii and flying there. I've never been west of Breckenridge, Colorado.
Interesting.
Wow.
So-
California is amazing, except for if you had to live there and be a part of the
pay
politics.
taxes
and
there.
yeah.
For most things.
No, just the state itself is just an amazing
I'm
place.
sure it's beautiful.
It's a shame that they've ruined it.
I know that's the thing. I don't know.
I mean, I've been all up. I've been from San Diego all the way up
Yeah.
to Sacramento, and then up to San Francisco. So
Well, I'm
I've seen
flying into
quite a bit of it.
Burbank.
Okay,
Into Burbank Airport, so
All
I
right.
think I'm right in the Hollywood Hills.
You're there.
All that stuff.
You're there.
Interesting.
I mean, at conferences most of the time.
Yeah.
So
you'll be in a convention
You'll see
center.
things. You'll
Yeah.
do things.
Hotel.
I'll be in Philly next week for the same thing, but
Yeah.
it's winter.
gotta
in
go
Philly.
lick the Liberty Bell while you're there.
Better-
right?
Do I?
Philly.
Do I need to? Yeah, I'm going to be in soccer conferences next week.
okay.
So
You're going to get cheesesteak?
we will do that.
Good
Yeah,
call.
I'm not a huge cheesesteak guy because I just too many onions and peppers. If I could get like a cheesesteak that was mostly beef and some,
Oh, you're like, I don't want any of that filler.
well, yeah,
the beef.
I want the protein.
Yeah.
I like the flavor, but most cheesesteaks are just overwhelmingly peppers and onions.
Yeah, I haven't had many I like cheesesteaks from Jersey Mike's. They're really pretty darn good. But took Evie to the mall the day after Christmas, and that was something. It was busy, and we went to the food court, and Evie's been notoriously a picky eater. But I'm like, do you want to try a cheesesteak? Because she likes French dips. She likes,
I love the
beef
French dip.
sandwiches.
See,
right?
that's it. It's more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put a little bit of onion pepper on that
But yeah,
French
she
dip.
wasn't going to eat onion and peppers.
yeah.
I'm
You
saying
You don't want
no,
onion
no
and peppers
way.
flavored by beef.
Yeah.
Correct.
No,
Yeah.
I want the beef.
Yeah. Give me the beef. Where's
so
the beef?
We got a cheesesteak and split it, and it was fully blown, covered in Cheese Whiz. And I mean, I was like, this is too much Cheese Whiz.
Cheese
I'm
Whiz.
already on
Ooh.
cheese detox.
Ooh.
Cheese
Ooh.
Whiz has its place.
That's plastic cheese.
but
On a
not
sandwich.
not not necessarily that
On a Ritz.
capacity. But she liked it. She was like, this is good. But the
Okay.
food court at the mall the day after Christmas is a fascinating.
oh yeah.
So the mall's busy. I just
still.
I thought it was done.
Yeah.
I thought
It's no. I mean, it's
I didn't know anybody went to the mall anymore.
people go.
People
It's a
still do it.
thing. They've kind of added some different things, I think, that bring people in. Yeah, I think having like urban air there and
Yeah.
What's urban air?
Trampolines.
It's the
Oh.
stuff of nightmares. The first time I went to
Lawyers
urban
love
air, I swore I would never go again. It is
Place where ACLs go to die.
yes, and
Achilles,
and the
ACLs.
flu lives,
And the flu
thrives.
lives.
Oh, one of
It's
those.
the
places.
home of the flu.
You can actually see the flu on the
You
mats.
can see the flu.
crawling around on it.
Hoodlums and flu. That's all you need to know about urban air. No, it's like a big, adventure park
Yeah,
for
I
kids,
gotcha.
ball pits and
Jump
nightmares,
around
and
and-
there's always a baby just stranded in the ball pit that's just fighting for its life, and it's like, whose baby is that? No one knows. Baby's been there
There's
for
a
3
dirty
days.
diaper in the bottom.
Oh
Somewhere.
yeah, there's always a dirty diaper somewhere.
I've told you about my first job, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
So when I turned 16, my sister worked at Discovery Zone. She's like, I'll get you on. So
I'll get you in.
yeah, and I got in. So yeah, so if you guys don't remember, Discovery Zone was a warehouse-sized McDonald's playland. So slides, zip line, ball pit. And so I was first assigned as a kids coach. So basically you're a lifeguard for the ball pit and all the stuff.
Keep everybody alive.
So you're just watching, making sure kids are, following the rules, and you're blowing your whistle and saying, hey, you need to walk,
Enough.
But every once in a while, you'd have to go in and rescue the crying baby from the ball pit.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Baby out
on the
there.
way,
Pull it up by the heel.
you would step, and next thing you knew, your sock was warm and wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in pee.
So you blew the whistle, everybody out. It's like, Adult
Somebody
Swim.
peed in the ball pit.
Yep. So you had to close that thing off. You zip tied all the entrances and you put them in mesh bags. And we would take those mesh bag full of balls from the ball pit,
Pee
and
balls.
we'd pee balls, and we'd take them to the car wash.
No
That's
joke.
how we cleaned them.
That's
So-
fascinating.
Yep. Soap from right through a mesh bag.
I'm going out on a limb to say they're not cleaning. There's not much of a cleaning protocol anymore.
No.
I don't think
So
so.
we actually did. I mean, we would shut the place down and clean it, but how often do you think like a McDonald's playland is cleaning their ball pit?
I think that's why they don't really exist anymore
Yeah.
too much.
So gross.
I mean, it's gross.
Hey,
Good
it's-
morning, Aaron.
It's far more gross than you can imagine.
Like I said, the first
I
time
used to
I
clean
went
it.
to Urban Air, I'm just like, no.
No, it is
no.
definitely a playground-sized petri dish.
There are
Yeah.
lots of things in life that are far grosser than we imagine.
Yes.
100%
And it's
true.
just good that we don't imagine.
And you can't
Yeah.
deep dive
Don't
into it.
don't watch
Well,
that
you know-
documentary. It'll ruin life for
No,
you.
don't watch
That's
the
true.
documentary.
I was before you got here. I was telling Lauren, I've been watching a lot of semi documentaries on a lot of world history war stuff.
Okay. Those are
thing is,
fun.
I mean, you go back 200-300 years, we would be so disgusted by every second of every day by the way
Heathens.
people lived 200-300.
There was no
I'm
hand
telling you,
sanitizer.
people primarily lived the same way up until about 100 years
Yeah.
ago.
I mean,
They did.
Yeah, and it was hard, and it was
hard.
gross.
Sucked.
bathe once
It
a
smelled.
year,
It was
It smelled bad.
toilet paper, it's just, it is what it is. You're like a freaking animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Literally. I
Well,
mean,
we kind of are.
No offense intended. It's just
But
the
now
way
we're
it
animals
was.
in different ways that are stupider.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because we
yeah.
have a choice to not be idiots.
We don't have to be, but
Yeah.
But we are.
But we are.
There's plenty-
Speaking of,
Oh,
you
here
don't
we go.
have to be, but you're stupid. New York City electing
Holy
this
guacamole.
communist?
The warmth of collectivism.
Oh my gosh. He wasn't even, he's like quoting Lenin and Stalin.
Maybe we should fly
in
some
his-
fighter jets in there and some helicopters and grab him,
grab
get him out
We
of there.
can do that. I think the things that we can do, but probably should.
Remember when we did that?
Remember when that happened?
YOLO. YOLO, Venezuela.
man.
Holy moly.
Yo.
Nah, he was a narco-terrorist.
He is-
He's not. Yeah, I don't
It's
really
kind
have.
of like if Al Capone had his own island.
Yeah.
You got to go get him.
I don't really.
It's so.
I don't know enough about it.
It's so mixed up for me, and the first time I visited Venezuela was in 1988. My dad, our whole family went, and so because my dad was doing business down there with his fishing business.
That was before they were socialist.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting at. And so one of the things that sticks out in my mind was going to some friend's house, some friends of his, and we just had a wonderful dinner.
Yeah.
Just
a good
a
dinner.
middle class family. And here we are in Caracas, Venezuela, with this middle class family in their home, and it was just delightful. And as an 8th grade boy, that was a discovery. Like, wow, they're just like us.
Yeah.
They just speak a different language and live on a different continent. But it was very formative for me. So I think I've been to Venezuela 4 times. And, man, to watch that country decline, first with Hugo Chavez, and then now with Maduro, he's taken it levels beyond what Chavez said. But, I mean, Chavez cleared the pathway for it. It's just been hard for me to watch. Venezuela is number 1 or number 2 the most beautiful countries I've ever been to. Costa Rica, Venezuela, I don't know which one, but they're just fascinating. The people are beautiful, they're wonderful. But to watch, what has it been over the last 10 years? Like 8 million people have fled the country.
Yeah.
That's devastating. And so when you look at the people who've been celebrating this, they've been the Venezuelans living in Madrid, the Venezuelans living in Colombia, the Venezuelans living in Miami. They're celebrating. So I don't know. I watch it.
Venezuelans living in Caracas are celebrating.
Well, they are, and it's just, I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is I don't know if this is the kind of stuff we ought to be a part of.
It's tricky.
It is
it's
very
real
tricky. We know historically it's not gone well when we've removed a dictator and put our guy in.
Well, yes and no. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
So yeah,
We'll say mixed success.
I will say I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out.
Yeah.
Is it going to be good for America and gas prices and getting American interest, going and by the way, that will be good for the Venezuelan people when Americans have thriving oil companies down there again.
Yeah, it will.
It was before and it will be again. The question will be, how corrupt will we be in the process of helping them install new power?
Well, I mean, what I see of this. So you had Venezuela, wonderful, thriving country, socialist, communist takeover, everything.
Ruins it.
Ruins it. Cuba was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going to be a resort island. They were going to make so much money. Socialist, communist takeover.
Ruin it.
Ruin it.
Yep. Nobody's
Again,
debating that.
Again and again. Well, somebody is, because we just elected this guy in New York City to be the mayor who's going to do the same thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, nobody's debating the fact that it screws up these countries.
Here is debating it.
Here, right. And
Nobody in this room is debating
Yeah.
it.
It's wild to think that we still haven't learned.
Or
some have not
that's
learned.
exactly
I
my
don't,
point.
and I was having a conversation. I call it the church ladies' tea. I had some church ladies over for tea, which you'd think that they were like 92 years old. No, they're just like my age.
I'm going to continue to view them, visualize them as 92.
I would expect nothing less. And
In fact, I'm visioning your hair all white and powdered and
Seeing Dana Carvey in my head right
yes,
now.
that's all I
I'm
can
gonna
see.
go white.
Doilies are everywhere.
There's so many doilies. A doily. There's a lot of people who are like, "What is a doily?" Nobody that
I'm
young
old
is
enough to
watching
know
the
what a
show.
doily is, I'll
Nobody
tell you
young is
that.
watching the show, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry to our young
Is
audience.
it a paper doily
Your
or
high
a
school.
hand knitted doily?
Sorry, the coffee ladies.
No,
or tea ladies.
Tea ladies. We were talking about this came up, and we were talking about it, and I said I'm glad that we're talking about this because people are too afraid to talk about politics often in their own circles, and I enjoy political conversations with people, even if I disagree with them. I think it's good and informative and interesting face to face to talk to someone and understand their opinions. And I'm like, some of this stuff though just seems like it should be common sense, not a political agenda.
Yep.
Right?
And it's like some of these things that we're throwing out as, political ideologies really just to me fall in the common sense category. And, the fact is New York has picked their poison, and we'll see what happens.
Have fun.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Good luck.
And, I can't, and to be fair to anyone who's ever ran New York, I can't imagine trying to run that city. I can't imagine it. The whole time I was in Chicago, I just kept thinking, there's millions of toilets flushing right now. There's millions
That's
of
an interesting
people.
documentary too, by the way.
Yeah.
Chicago especially.
And I mean, just think a city the size of Rogersville struggles to keep up
With the sewer.
with everything. Yeah, with everything.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And as
Ugh.
much as we dumb this down, it's very difficult to do these things. It's extraordinarily difficult to keep things running.
That's why I don't want to live in a place where multi-millions live.
That's why we live here, right?
Exactly.
Perfect example. That's why
Everything's
we live
difficult,
here.
but on a much smaller scale.
Yeah, it's a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
And because we all know people like to mess things up. And when you're
100%.
trying to herd, 10 million cats versus 5,000, that's a huge difference.
Right.
And so,
And we're not
Ah.
calling you all cats, just
No,
to be
you're
clear.
not
That
cats.
was purely illustrative of
just
the
herding
conversation.
cats. Yes. But I mean, I don't.
You are
envy-
adorable, cute little puppies and
Puppies.
not kittens. Just want you to know that.
I don't. It's hard. It's really hard. And there's some things that don't work. And it's been proven over and over. And this is one of those things. But I do have to say there is some blame on the other side for some of this. that makes sense. Just so some of the ways the message is communicated and some of the things that have been taken on, it's caused problems. I don't know. It's an interesting deal. It's wild. We'll see what happens.
Kind of, yeah. And I assume when you say there's some blame on the other side, I mean, I have no interest in going into other countries, but now I do. You know, like, is that what you mean? Like, say one thing and do another?
Well,
we're going to reinstitute the Donroe doctrine.
It's
the Monroe. I mean,
Monroe
the Donroe. Have you seen that?
No.
He's calling it the Donroe doctrine.
Is he? Yeah. I've been on vacation.
There's a lot, and it's too much to unpackage on the waffle, and
What?
not necessarily
We could try, though.
as
Handle
deep
it.
of a conversation as I want to have right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I mean, we are in weird times. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's extra weird. So, and I have a lot of mixed feelings about lots of things, I think, at the end of the day. And I always go back to the same thing. I can make a difference here.
Yeah.
Like right here. I can do that here. I can't affect anything happening in Venezuela or New York City. And now I had wanted to go to New York. Now I really don't have any desire to do that.
The scary thing is you can't affect New York, but New York can affect you.
They can.
That is true.
In an extent,
It
in a
still
ways, yes, they
turns
can affect me.
it turns the neck or the head, so to speak, of the rest of the country in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, I mean, I listened to little clips of what this guy's saying up there. He's like, we're going to have universal child care, and I'm going to fund it by raising taxes on the corporations.
I don't want universal child care.
Well, only if the Somalis run it.
In New York.
Holy
New York City.
guacamole.
Only if there's another one. There's another. We didn't step in that. Only if the Somalis run the child care.
That
Oh
is-
yeah, I know, right?
What happened?
But I mean,
what's happening in Minnesota is
do you not?
mind-blowing.
Does nobody see how the levers are all connected? Fine, you raise the corporate tax rate, they raise the prices on everything, or they lay off people. Now everything costs more, so your universal health care.
No, it's free.
Child care
What do you mean it costs more? It's free.
cost you more than it would have if you just paid for it yourself.
I don't want free
It's just
child
that
care.
No.
Nothing.
No. I'd like to
How-
choose mine and pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes.
With extensive interviews.
Often is something free?
Primo.
that has
Premier.
also the best interests of your children in mind.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want. Yeah, there's some things that I'm more than happy to pay for,
Yeah.
and I mean that falls in that category.
Yeah, 100,
You get what you pay for. So if you paid nothing for it,
Yeah, I don't want free child care.
that's where you want your kids.
No, and I will talk. You know what's happened in Minnesota is absolutely disgusting, mind blowing, bonkers, terrifying.
But that's
Totally
something
predictable
That's something
and
we
completely
learned.
unsurprising.
That's one.
Yep.
That's one thing we just found out. So think about how many other things are yet to be uncovered.
There's so many guys, and
Billions
billions
are being
And
siphoned.
that, at the end of the day, is my beef with the government. And anybody who says there's not rampant, disgusting waste, they are wrong.
and lack
They're
of
wrong.
and lack of accountability.
And
right.
lack of accountability.
Well, think it through. So, you know, I've been in law enforcement, criminal defense, criminal world a lot of my career. We only, and you ask anybody, they'll agree with this statement. We only catch the worst criminals. You know, in any profession, you've
Right.
got people that are good at it, people that are bad at it. We catch the worst criminals. The ones that are good at it, we don't catch.
Right.
Well, if you're good at it, you're not going to get caught, and you're going to go where you can be the most efficient at doing your job, which is where's the most wealth and power concentrated that I can be the best criminal that I can possibly be. A centralized government.
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 And then you'll be
Absolutely.
protected.
And the more you-
Not only,
Yeah.
and then you're
I
protected.
argue too now, because of lack of consequences and accountability in all of these systems, we're not catching the good guys or the bad ones either.
No
now.
free lunch.
Or we may be catching the bad ones, but they're not being held accountable. I mean, I can't tell you how many people that I personally know of who are lifelong criminals who manage to continue to just futz around society and wreak havoc on people. And then you turn around and then they're celebrated. It is mind blowing. And this is people not holding people accountable on the personal level too, is
Right.
causing a lot of these problems. Because if someone is not holding you accountable, then why would some judge in some court case hold you accountable? And then, we can't, there's not enough room in prisons. And, it's like, it's a mess. It's a bad
little
mess.
bit different theory on the prison overcrowding situation, but go on.
I think about the conversation you and I had the other day.
Yeah.
So when that exists, then that kind of doubt and suspicion is then cast upon everyone.
Everybody.
Right? Because you and I were talking about
And
just even
That's
the
a little fair, to be honest.
Sure, yeah.
right?
I don't
Yeah.
blame anybody. So, for context, we were talking about just the park and fundraising, and
Mm-hmm.
and we knew going in there would be people who'd be like, "Wait, hold up, what's going on?
Yeah,
why isn't the city doing that? Who's this for? Where's that money
Yeah.
going?" And so one of the things I'd said to Lauren was, I understand the suspicion. The question I would have is, why would I ever say that and go back? My ministry, my platform would be ruined in this small town if I ever went back on that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's logical to me. But for most people, they've been burned so many times, and in fairness,
frankly, there's so many
even
people
by
who-
ministry
Who
leaders.
do it over and over again.
Continue to get away.
And really,
Right.
and like I said, are still considered pillars of
Yeah.
society. It's
Right.
mind blowing.
And so I don't blame anybody for having suspicion.
I don't
you know, it's heartbreaking. It's frustrating because you're trying to overcome that. But at the same time, I'm like you. I'm focused on the good we can do right here.
That's
I'm
it. That's all
super
you should
stoked
be
about what's
focused on.
happening in Rogersville in 2026.
Yes.
It's
gonna
I get
blow
super
minds,
nervous
I
about the larger picture of Missouri and the United States and the world in 2026. But I'm stoked about what's happening in our little community.
Yeah, I feel good about it too. I think there's going to be big changes, and I think it's going to be kind of wild. And I don't know, it's a very interesting setup for 2026.
Yeah.
It's like it came in hot.
I'm curious what you said big changes and it might be a little wild.
Well,
What do you mean by that?
I think
Be
there's a
little wild?
lot of stuff brewing.
Well, here, I don't think that we have had a show in a while. I don't think we brought this out. We're sitting with Rogersville's community member, superstar, something of the year. I can forget the
Something.
title, but
What is your title? Were you community member of the
Community
year?
member of the year with the
Yeah.
chamber.
Nice.
Yeah. That was a fun night. They did
was
a
a
good
fun night.
job.
They did a good job.
Was that
Bailey
at the
crew.
Christmas party?
Yeah, it was. a
Sad
party.
we weren't able to make it this year.
Bailey and Will was nominated as well.
And I
so
got
Will and I
slaughtered by
went
Lauren.
toe to
Just took
toe.
me
We
out.
we saw that
finally
coming.
beat him.
We saw that coming.
I finally beat him.
I
And
saw it coming.
and
I saw Lauren. I'm like, oh, it's Lauren. Yeah, Lauren deserves this one.
She does deserve it. She does
I'll
a
take
lot.
the chili win.
Yeah.
She can have the.
Well, it was nominated that they announced, and correct me if I missed somebody. It was Amy Wood, Joe Thomas, Alice Hatchell, Will, and me. I think. Was there one more?
Yes.
Who was it?
It's.
Oh no.
I can picture her in my head.
Descriptions here?
Her daughter's named Molly. If I remember,
Her name is
Daughter
Molly.
say Molly.
I can't remember Molly's.
I'm not helping you here.
If it comes to you. Oh yes. Sandy. Sandy Hedgepeth.
Yeah, Hedge.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Sandy's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I'm glad. Yeah, because she does a
Yeah.
She
big
does
part
a
of the
ton.
backpack giveaway.
Backpack and
Yeah.
Safe Haven.
You know,
yes.
she used to work over here at the primary where Shayna teaches. And
Yes.
I mean, she
I'm
back
glad
when
you
Tony
remember
Bass
Sandy.
was principal. I mean, Sandy. I mean, she just
Thank
her
you,
and
Beth,
Lisa
for the
kept that place in order.
Yeah, it was a neat group of
That's fun.
honorees, and I should have mentioned. I saw Joe yesterday. I should have mentioned that to him, and I appreciated it very much. And I just anytime something like that happens, it's like there's more work to be done. That's how I feel.
Well, and that's who you are. Like, you're not doing these things because I hope I get nominated for this. Like
No,
that's the furthest thing from
find
your
it
mind.
Terribly embarrassing.
Well,
Like,
right.
I don't like
right.
it.
Yes. But that's recognition of the years that you've been putting in to try to help this community grow in a healthy way. I mean, I think about the waffle. I think about the fundraising you did for the Rogersville Park. For Friends of the Park. But we're just scratching the surface. What you do with the PTA. I mean, there are very few people that see issues, see ways that we can grow, and say, "All right, I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. Let's go." A lot of people like to talk about things,
Oh yeah.
but very few people want to roll up their sleeves and just get in it. And I appreciate that about you.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate about both of you guys. I mean, you're in the same category as me on that stuff. And
We have a great
I
time.
just-
Let's keep it going.
I don't know any other way, and that comes from the family I grew up in. Their community, golly, your community is important. Where you live and who you're around
Absolutely.
and what you do is so important to the future. And for people to not have any sense of community, Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, you can see the problems because you end up with, I don't know how to say it right, but like a morass of people with no shared
Values.
vision
Values.
or values
Yeah.
all
Yes.
bumping into each other in the same place, and you're like, this can't work. We all have to have some sort of communal
There's got to be
identity.
glue. There's got to be glue that keeps things together.
You know, and that's the danger of any of these bedroom communities. It's like, well, I'm just going to move there because the house was cheap and I like the area, but
Sure.
I'm working, shopping, and entertaining myself in the big town, and I'm just sleeping here. Oh, until I need the police, the fire, the ambulance, the sewer,
Exactly.
the electricity,
Right.
and then I'm here taking this, and it's like,
Well, it's like one of the kind of hot local topics right now is accessory buildings and what that means, and this idea of, well, the government shouldn't tell me what to do. Well, you live in a town where the government is providing your water and sewer
Yeah.
and roads, and if you live out in the country, you provide that for yourself.
darn right I do.
So there are rules when you make
Sure.
the decision to live in a town. There are rules that are followed, and they're not. Some of them are just stupid things that end up on the books, but the vast majority of them are rooted in purpose,
Yeah.
and there's reasons.
And I think it's fine for a group of people to get together and create rules.
No, local government
And
is
it's
so
fine.
important. We
And-
should
Yeah.
celebrate local government.
yeah.
So another
strong and
documentary
healthy.
I just watched over Christmas was the Great Christmas Light Fight.
That
I think
sounds
it's
fun.
I think it's an Apple.
Did they just film like a city hall meeting somewhere?
No. This was the deal.
Neighborhood?
This guy, lawyer, right?
Lawyer.
Right.
Serving on his HOA board.
No. Big Christmas guy, like Clark Griswold
Okay.
meets Danny DeVito in Deck the Halls.
Oh, this is awesome.
Right. Is looking for a great place, great house to have his Christmas display.
Wait, this is a documentary?
Documentary.
Because this sounds like this could be a comedy.
It could. It's a documentary.
Could be a comedy.
And so finds his house in an HOA,
Yeah.
moves in. I'm trying to remember how. I think he sent them all a letter, or the HOA letter said, "Hey, by the way, I was at this big Christmas display," and that was probably not the best move. But then, I mean, it's almost like the way World War I started, because I was talking about that earlier. It's like they made a little mistake, and then they maybe overreacted a little, and then he maybe overreacted a little, and then nuclear weapons are brought
And
into
then
the
it became a thing.
and there was federal lawsuits. I mean, the whole deal.
Oh,
it was,
holy
but
moly.
HOA versus the man, and I've got my right to do what I want. And they're like, "You're living in a community." No, you don't. And he was not a good lawyer in my estimation. I mean,
Yeah.
morally, not a good lawyer. Procedurally, professionally, not a very good lawyer. Strategically, huge mistake. He sued them. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Oh,
You should have waited to be sued and then
Oh, yeah.
countersued.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. He'd have been way better. That's not always the right advice, but in that scenario, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like that could be a comedy.
Feign him a little bit.
And that,
Yeah.
that
Come
is
on.
such a that
Poke the
and, you know,
bear.
people like to gripe about the HOAs, and there are some crazy HOA people out there. Most of the time, again, the poor HOA board members are literally just trying to do their job.
They don't want to be
Gal
on that
was
board.
the president probably had a nervous breakdown over this guy.
Yeah.
But
and he knew
it
what he was
wouldn't-
doing.
It wouldn't be a problem if people followed the rules they agreed to follow.
That was his point.
I didn't agree to follow the rules. I just bought this house. Yeah, let's talk about that.
did.
Yeah, let's talk about
But
that.
you
Around, he
did.
took pictures and video of all of the other people that were violating HOA rules that they weren't.
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
enforce, So Exhibit A, B,
And
two,
that
you're selectively enforcing
There-
against me.
We have circled back around to my accountability.
Yeah.
Problem is, that's when it becomes a problem.
Sure.
When there are people violating the rules, they are not being held accountable, and then somebody comes in and they finally decide, oh, well, that is enough of a violation. We're going to do something.
and that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So what you
Yes.
got to do is you got to say, okay. So one of the rules was you can only have 2 dogs. One lady had 3 little dogs, right?
It's 3 little equals 2
Three little-
big, right?
Yeah.
Well, but not HOA rules. So what do? You go, oh, it's no big deal. We're just going to
It's half the poop.
You can't do that. You got to change the rule. You vote, you change the rule,
Yeah.
and she's no longer in violation, and now you've got you've got consistency.
We now have pets by pound, right? So you
Pets
know,
by
you can have
pound.
up to 150 pounds of
Yeah,
pet.
that's right. You could have-
150 pounds of pets.
Love it. Brilliant. Ready to go, Chris.
Your fat
Solve
dog
the
needs
should be a
go on
lawyer.
diet. Yeah.
You're a pastor. Close enough.
Dogs are out there working out. trying to get
Unfortunately,
the
if you've
dog.
seen the level of credibility, in the surveys
yeah,
now,
yeah.
pastors and lawyers are not far off anymore.
No.
Used to be clergy were way way up here.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
don't
been.
want to know what realtors are on that list.
You're still doing okay. You're okay.
We throw used car
Okay.
salesman in here. last night.
That's right.
Oh, my
We got them. I don't know. We're neck and neck.
Wow.
Yeah, sad days.
But-
Sad days.
The holidays came and went in a bolt of lightning fast.
Yep.
And we're in 2026. I think we're looking upon quite a year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a calm year.
Oh no, not for me.
And yeah, you got stuff going on.
I just created more work for myself.
Oh
so.
yeah, you did.
We hired a new lawyer.
Hey, good.
Hey,
Woohoo.
Nick
welcome
started
to lawyer.
yesterday, so Nick started yesterday. So
Hey, if Nick ever wants to be a guest and introduce himself to the
that's
world,
a good idea.
Come on.
We can have Nick come on here. Maybe
As long
maybe
as he's
next
not
year.
boring.
I don't think Nick's boring. Nick was a Marine and stationed in Afghanistan.
Oh,
Oh,
was not boring.
He's seen some
then.
things.
By default, he's not
seen
boring.
some Default not boring.
Well, we got engineering plans wrapped up
exciting.
yesterday, so hopefully we'll
Very
be getting
nice.
things off to the city. We'll be hopefully out here. You'll see some dirt
Someone
moving at some
donates
point.
some money, you'd still take it, right?
100%. We're just shy of 600,000.
Yep.
But we had a lot of people that had told us, "Hey, I'm going to do that in 2026."
Yeah.
So I had somebody ask me to say the other day, "It looks like you got off to a really good start, and then it slowed down." I'm like, "Well, that's
Kind of the way it works.
That's all fundraisers.
Well, and I told him, I said, we kind of queued it up, had a bunch. Now we're kind of hitting the next round, and most of the grants we're writing for,
Yeah.
we had to wait for them to open up in the new year. And so there's several, we're talking a couple $100,000 worth of grants that we could potentially get that we had to wait. And so, and then some other businesses, like I mentioned, that said,
Well,
in
a little-
2026, I'm going to give, or even individuals have said, no, I'm going
Yeah.
to wait till next year and then give.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
it's
sense.
on.
A little later in the year, some people have already made their big contribution.
exactly.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
for sure. That makes sense. That's how it always goes.
And for businesses thinking about it from an advertising expense, they're like, I've already spent all that, but I'll do
Yeah.
it next year. So.
Yep.
Yep, we're rolling. It's actually going very, very well.
No,
and,
you guys are doing amazing
I'm
things.
pretty
It's
stoked. So
exciting.
yeah,
It's gonna happen.
no, it's no,
It's
100%.
happening.
Well,
It's
you'll see dirt
happening.
moving here within the next 2 months for sure. So,
Yeah, I have full
Mud.
faith that that's.
but
gonna
yeah, well, that's what we're trying to get to it before the mud
Yeah.
season. Although
If it ever rains again,
60s are right. We've had no rain
this
and
has been
60s
bizarre.
this week.
Even for Missouri, this has been bizarre, guys. It
Yeah.
has been so dry since the spring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty crazy.
I've been like putting water on my garden, my blueberries that I planted, my blackberries,
Yeah,
like
it's-
just because it's been so dry.
It's very dry.
Trying to get some moisture in the
I had a
ground.
large collection of boxes I needed to burn on my deck, and finally we got 2 or 3 days of good rain. I'm like, okay,
some
we can
at least mist, right?
get them all done. The fog this morning, holy cow!
Yeah.
It was
It was thick.
super thick, but
For sure.
anyway.
Jill from Turner said it rolled in like pea soup. Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it
did
did.
indeed.
Sound good.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
anyway.
we go.
All right, so that's enough waffle for this week. I'm
Waffle
going
on.
to California. When I get back, we'll do this again.
All right.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.